Welcome back to our show. Once again, my name is Mrs. Augustina Anyanwu. And have me welcome my friend
Glory Ezemma. Welcome back to our sweet home Africa. It's always a pleasure to have you as our viewer. So today again, we have another topic. Our topic today is Africans. Embrace your talents. Africans. We are multi-talented. But it looks like a lot of us are not staying in our lane. We tend to look at what somebody else is doing, and we want to do what they're doing. And in the process of looking at someone else, we tend to forget our own talent. So that's why my friend and I were here today, to bring some of the talents that we have seen a lot of Africans have, and then encourage you to stay in your lane. Do not, cross lanes or go to where someone else is going, because it might not be your own direction in life. So my dear friend, we know Africans, they're multi-talented, many of them.
Yeah, we sure do.
That's true. So tell our audience what you know about Africans in terms of encouraging them to embrace their talents.
My dear, as you know, talent is what we come to this world with. And it happened that everybody have their own, talent. And unfortunately, most of us are looking at a greener pasture always. So let's say if I'm a mechanic now, and I'm doing well because that's what I'm called to do. I'm focused to do it. I give it all my time. I give it all my energy. I'm dedicated to what I do. So what people will judge me in is now if I'm building a house or if I'm doing well, riding a car, but they do not know that that's my calling and I'm doing all I can to nurture it until the time that I have to reap from it. But what people will not know me when I'm suffering, trying to do it. But when things are working well, that's when the younger ones or somebody else or my neighbor or any other person with a different talent will want to do the same thing, exactly what I'm doing. And sometimes they get tired on the way, and they will not be able to continue.
That's true. I love everything that you said. Actually, let's break it down into professions, because I know a lot of Africans, many of them, especially the ones that live in diaspora, they're professionals. And let's take the doctors, for example.
Okay.
What we've realized living abroad is that people specialize in certain areas. So let's say if you're a doctor, you know the area that you're good in, and then you focus on that. But in Africa, a lot of African doctors in Africa, they are exactly. So I'll let you talk about it. I know you know a lot about it. I know.
Yeah, like you say that. Yeah, I hear people focus. If you're a pediatrician, that's what you are. If you're a gynecologist, that's who you want to be, and that's what you are. You study and make sure you know all the nooks and corners of it. Something concerning women. If you're an internist, that's what you're doing. So different people, different doctors with different specialization. And in the hospital, let's say if you go to emergency, if you're pregnant and you're having you want to have surgery, they will go and get a surgeon.
Exactly.
Because being a gynecologist or being a doctor do not permit you to be a surgeon. So, but back home, once you're a doctor, you are a doctor for everything. You will be a doctor for eye. They're not even going to call you ophthalmologist. They will call you a doctor, and you answer that name. Then you become a surgeon. You become a dentist. You become an internist. And on doing that, you are in everybody's lane. You are not focusing. And we call him jack of all trade, because when you are performing surgery, you might be making some mistakes because that's not your areas of specialization. You might read a little thing about it or have a book about read about it. That doesn't mean you specialize in there. So all we are saying is try to find specialization, what you're specializing, and focus on that and try to enhance on that, do training, do workshop, perfecting that so that that will be your own area. Don't take every patient you see and because they call you a doctor, tell them who you are, that no, I'm an internist, I cannot do surgery, or I cannot deliver a baby. My dear, go ahead.
I love everything that you said. Actually, let's stay on doctors because I love everything that you said about them. Why are we bringing this out is that in Africa, you hear a lot of, especially pregnant women, they went to see a doctor, and unfortunately, it could be an eye doctor, and then went over there to deliver a baby and end up dying. So that's why it's heartbreaking. So that's why we're encouraging African doctors. The ones that practice in Africa, like we said, the ones abroad, they specialize in certain areas. But the ones in Africa, what they do, they chase money. So in the process of chasing money, let's say if you're a dentist, you open up a practice and then you do everything, including delivering babies. So when you're doing this, you're putting people's life at risk. So that's why it's very important for you to focus, learn the trade. Is almost like a trade. I mean, focus on what you think you're good in. If you're a dentist, and what they do abroad is that if you keep on, doing dentistry work, you keep on getting better and better. If you're a gynecologist, if you're in that area, you keep on getting better and better. But when you spread yourself out, just like my friend said, then you become, jack of all trade and master of none. So that's the problem. So we talked about doctors. Let's talk about...
No, let me say one thing about doctors. While we are still on doctors back home in Africa, we talk about those that work in government hospitals. So we have known that I heard, and I know because it happened to me too. When you work at the hospital, I think there should be some kind of contract or an oath or whatever. You dedicate to the hospital, but you will have your own private practice somewhere. And that private practice you have is okay because you want to do your own thing while you work there. Please do not take the patient that come to federal hospitals or state hospitals and refer them. Divert them to your own private hospital while you do not have all it takes to take care of somebody there. And on doing that 9 out of 10 times, you will lose them. They will die because when you work in a big hospital, let's say federal hospital or state hospital, there might be different doctors there to take care of the needs of that patient. But if you refer them to your own in order to collect that money, eventually there will be an area that will be missing when it comes to that patient that come to you. Please, let's make sure that our running solo all the time is not putting our people in a harm's way.
All right, so we started with doctors, so let's come down to the nurses. Nurses. We have a lot of African nurses all over the place. Beautiful. We love everything that you're doing. But our question, my friend and I, we're just once again giving advice in terms of talent. When you were growing up, did you want to be a nurse? Or you went into nursing because people are making money? You had that, when they come over here, they make money and they do this. So a lot of Africans have gone into this profession and it's not what they want to do. Once again, someone will ask, why are you talking about it? We're talking about it because if you don't stay in your lane, if you don't do what you're supposed to do in life and copy someone or just follow someone's career path just because they're making money, you will be miserable. So that's why you hear a lot of stories. Some of them are like, they come home, they're exhausted, they are not happy with their profession, and they're not happy at home. They come back from work and they are angry because they're doing what they're not supposed to do.
That's right.
They're chasing somebody else's career. So that's why we said, embrace your talent. Find out what you're good in. Don't chase the money, because if you do what you're good in, you're going to be happy doing it. But if you chase someone else's career just because they're making money, you will remain miserable at work and miserable at home. Go ahead, my friend.
My dear, while you're now on talent, that's what we're talking about. I know I gave an example with a mechanic. I'm talking about musicians too. If you know you're not you don't want to sing because you see somebody making music and they're building houses, buying all over the world, buying everything, driving cars, do not start singing. Find out what you are good at. That's the main thing we are saying, because once you follow your heart, find what you're good at, you're going to be happy, and there'll be production, and you will move, you will advance. But if you go crisscrossing other people's paths, you will end up fading up on the way, because a lot of people start learning how to do this. That's not what you want to do, because you see somebody doing it is driving a car. Sometimes they are rented vehicles or a friend's vehicle they borrow. When you see them, now you want to be like them. You do not know how long it took them to be where they are, because you just saw them. You do not know what they did. You never asked them, but you want to be like them. So let's follow our own career path, like my friend said. What is your talent? What is your passion? What can you do best? Enhance on that, improve on that, read about it, whether you went to school for that or not. A lot of us went to school to be what we don't like because our parents made us do it. But now you're grown, you make your choice. Some of us can do better braiding hair instead of going to work in the office. Some of us can do better cooking, because you think cooking food or having a restaurant or a canteen is not a job. That's a big job. So if you're good at cooking, if you're good at entertaining people, find out what your talent is. Find out what you want to do, because that way people will talk about it. Do not cross other people's paths because you think they're better than you. You think they're making money. You don't even know their own needs. You don't even know what they're doing. So follow your heart. And as we do that, the economy will start booming up, because when we continue to cross paths, stop on the way, follow another career, stop on the way, you're chasing other people you think they're doing better than you.
That's true.
Stay on your lane. You will be productive in that lane, my dear.
All right. Actually, we started with doctors. We talked about nurses. Let's go to politicians, African politicians. Once again, is that what you want to do? Or are you going into politics because you want to make money? And unfortunately, when you sit there, you don't know exactly what you're supposed to do. So a lot of Africans, we have to talk about it. When it comes to politics, you have to have, qualities of a leader, where you will understand what leadership means. It's not just because you had those people are, they're going in to contest for a position, and then you go and maybe you have cash, and then you throw the cash to the people and they vote for you, and then you go in there, you can become a governor, you can become a commissioner, you can become someone that works in the House of Senate, a senator, and then you sit there, because actually most of the time when we watch the news, you see a lot of people that are sitting in House of Senate. They're there, some of them are dozing off when someone is making a speech, others are just, look like they're distracted. That means they're not supposed to be there. So Africans, please, don't go into politics if you don't know anything about politics. Don't strive to be a leader when you don't know how to lead. Allow other people that know exactly what they're supposed to do to lead you, so that the countries and the continents will be good. Because that's what is killing us, because people are just going in, oh, my friend is a politician, oh, let me run in there and become a politician so that he can give me position and this and this. And then when they go there, they don't know what they're supposed to do, because they're not supposed to be there in the first place. That's not their talent. They have no idea how to rule, and they don't know what to do when they get there. So African politicians, please, if you're in the wrong place, it's okay to step out. If you're a businessman, step out and start a business. If you're supposed to be a teacher, step out and become a teacher. Don't be a politician and sit there just like a figurehead without moving the countries ahead. That's what I wanted to say about politicians, please.
My dear, all you said about politicians are true, and this is in all walks of life. Let me talk about the religious men and women, the pastors, the bishops, every clergyman and the woman. Are you being called, or did you call yourself? Is that what you want to do? Because a whole lot of you are supposed to be maybe teachers in the church, A lot of you are supposed to sing because God gives you that voice to sing, entertain people in the church. A lot of you are supposed to be people that will decorate the church, teach Sunday school, just do other charity work, feed the poor. Try to be creative in other areas, not to be a pastor or a priest. But when you get there, because either a parent or anybody make you to be, or you see another pastor, now they own heaven and earth. They have helicopter, they have any kind of thing they want, materialistic things, they have it. Now you want to be a pastor. Instead of being where God called you to be, to sing for Him, to sing a worship song, praises for Him, to teach other people, teach Sunday school, teach the little children, get people, evangelize, bring people in the church. But you now want to be a leader. Tomorrow people are calling you a pastor. Tomorrow people are calling you a bishop. Is it your calling? Do a soul search, because that one is so private. Because no matter we sing, no matter you get congregation, and that's why a whole lot of people get involved in doing other diabolic thing in order to do what? See vision. Because everybody cannot see vision. Everybody cannot, because the gift to get a different gift God gives somebody. Everybody cannot give vision. You just want to make sure you provide for the needs of your of the congregation. And they're going there and you're telling them this is what, this is what, this is what. And you know your prophet's lying, because that's not what God told you to do. You are telling them so you can keep them in the church. Please ask yourself, did I call myself or did God call me? Because no matter how you do it with sing and praise, when you get to them, you know you're miserable because you are in a wrong lane and you are trying to manufacture another lie to tell them whenever they meet. My dear.
Thank you so much, my friend. I love everything that you said about the priests, the pastors, and religious leaders.
Yeah, religious people.
Once again, as we're talking about talent and we're talking about profession and everything, my African heads of churches, please sit down when you go to bed today. Think, am I in the right place? So that you will stop deceiving people. Because I know even in the Catholic Church, people talk about priests that are raping people and doing this. I tell people that these are people that are in the church in disguise. They're not supposed to be priests in the first place, but they went in there, and that's how they ruined the reputation of the church. So other denominations, if you know that you're not supposed to be a pastor, once again, we talk about African. Actually, it's another episode that we'll do. Money, 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 money. So they chase money and they lose their talent. So maybe you just had that somebody establish a church and now you decided to establish one in the name of making money. And then you said you're a pastor. Please, if you're in the wrong place, can you step out? Find what you're good in. Because the problem that you have is this. Not only are you deceiving people, you are losing your own talent, because every human being that is born in this world is born with a talent. So if you lose your own lane and you start running on somebody else's lane, you will, once again, you will be frustrated, number one. But at the same time, your own talent, where you're supposed to thrive, you're not even walking towards that area. So please, if you're in the wrong place, especially in the church, step out. Because once you're there, what you're doing, you're a fake pastor, you're a fake priest, you're deceiving people. So come out, find out what your talent is. Especially even when you were younger, there were certain things that you used to do. You know exactly what your talent is. So follow your talent and step out if you're in the wrong place, please. So that's what my friend and I are saying. My dear friend.
My dear, I think,
do you have more things?
I think, no, not really, but in a way, I'm looking at it that we're talking to everybody.
Yes.
You do soul searching, whether you're a pastor, whether you're a reverend father, whatever you are doing now, a mechanic, a hairdresser, whatever you are, ask yourself, do I like it? Do I get miserable when I get home? If you go to work and go home miserable all the time, ask yourself, find out what you're good at.
That's true. If
your parents taught you in doing that, being a professional somewhere, and at the end of the day, you see like, look, I'm not good at this. There's no need for me to keep on doing it. Then you get out, find out what you're good at. That's exactly our topic today. Stop crossing paths. Stop doing things because other people are doing it or somebody has stuck you in. Or I know that growing up, some parents will say, oh, let me give you my child to go learn how to do this.
Exactly.
Teach my child how to do this. You thought that tomorrow that child will come out, you say, you're nobody. I'm trying to help you. That's what you're going to tell them. I try to help you and you're not doing well because that's not their calling.
Exactly.
That's not their talent. Please find out what their talent is. And I know that there was an episode we talk about our people in diaspora. I want to open business for my sister or open for my brother and they're not doing well. They're not doing well because that's not what they want to do. Somebody want to start something cool. Find out what you're good at and talk to that person so that you will flourish in that part and be a citizen that can help in bringing other people up.
Thank you so much, my friend. As we're rounding up, actually, we address the adults, but let's come to our youths. Because actually, when the adults model behaviors for the youths, so just because Africans, like we said, you see people that are doing import and exports, everybody will go into importation and exportation instead of finding out what they are good in. And then you hear the youths running towards that area. And then you hear that, oh, musicians are making money. The youths, everybody will become musician. Oh, people that are making shoes are making money. Everybody will become shoe. Oh, they're going to Dubai to sell jewelry. All the African youth will go to Dubai. So that's why, my friend, that's why we brought this up. Our youths, sit down. Every human being has a talent. Sit down and think what you're good in. If you're good in making shoes, go and learn how to make shoes. If you're good in braiding hair, go and learn how to braid hair. If you're good in making clothes, sewing clothes, go and learn how to sew clothes. So find out what you as an individual, not what your friend is doing to make money. Because whatever your talent is, if you focus on it and then groom yourself to do well in that area, you will make money. So why are we bringing this up once again? Africans, we are multi-talented, but it looks like we push ourselves to so many areas just because other people are traveling that route, and we end up losing our own talent. We have engineers, we have people that can do so many good things, we have entrepreneurs, but most of them have lost their talent because they are looking at somebody else's talent. So please offload what God gave you from heaven so that we can make Africa better. Because if A comes out with his own talent, B comes out with a different talent, C comes out with a different talent, we'll all combine it and rebuild Africa. But if we're all traveling the same angle, everybody's chasing money, we're not bringing out what we brought out into this world. And that's why we're suffering. And that's why people from all over the world are coming to Africa to help Africans, because Africans are not bringing out their own talent to make Africa better. That's what we are saying. My dear friend,
I think we are done, but now we're talking about the youth.
Okay.
Students, please, while you are in school, look at yourself. What are you good for? Why are you there? What is your talent? By the time you go to secondary school or go to university, you already know what you want to be. Forming, turning into a gang is not expectation of any parent, and you yourself, that's not your expectation, because things like that don't end well. You are the leaders of tomorrow. Forming gang or joining gang sometimes lead people to the other side of the road. Please do not let anybody take your talent away from you in the name of friendship, in the name of brotherhood, because it's not going to help you. Develop your own talent. Be content with what you have, because God has given you all. Give you life, give you health, give you talent, but you need to open your eyes and see what it is. Do not be a slave of any other person. People coming to take you to be their bodyguard or to be any other thing they want to train you to be, so that you can make that instant money. It's not going to take you anywhere. If you know that college or university is not for you, go learn some kind of trade. Come out and you will be what God wants you to be. Please, the nation depends on you.
Thank you so much. And my friend, actually, we're going to do another episode in terms of, their courses, because sometimes they pick different courses in the university, even when they're not good in those areas.
Yeah.
All right. So it's been a long episode already. So we have to stop here so that next time we'll continue with other topics. So thank you once again for being our viewer at our Sweet Home Africa, where we bring out little challenges that we're facing in Africa. I know we're facing a lot of challenges, but we address like minor ones that we can all come together and resolve. These are very simple problems that if you take the word of wisdom that we're throwing out, even if it is just a little bit of it, it will make a big impact in your life. So we thank you so much for watching us today, and watch us next time. Our Sweet Home Africa.
Thank you.
And don't forget
to subscribe.
That's
Please
true.
subscribe, and thank you. Send us your comments. It is helpful. All your comments, all your questions. If we have not gotten to you, we surely will. Thank you so very much. God
and watch
bless
us
you.
next week.
Sweet Home
Africa.
Bye.
God bless you.